Alright. Okay. So, it is 1 o'clock right now, probably 12:15 or 12:20 that I'm heading home. It's been a long day. But, fantastic day, honestly. Sometimes the longest days are the best days, because it means you've done something. It means you've accomplished much. For me, I have started a new job as of yesterday, but today was, more or less what my shift is actually going to be. Just this real quick. So, I had to get up earlier than I normally do, and that's okay, because I honestly it wasn't a bad resurrection, as it were. Yeah, I started working at Planet Fitness. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense, huh? After pursuing fitness and health for about, a year and change now, I decided that maybe it would be a good idea if I put myself into the arena of that kind of work. So, the thing about me with jobs is I always love them at first. I always am like, oh, I can do that. That's easy. Not even like, oh, that's easy. More or less like, that's, like, I can see myself doing that for a long time. And the people are pretty cool. And my boss is pretty dope. Stuff like that. And then time passes and I'm like, oh, fuck this. So, we'll see how it goes, and we won't put too many expectations on what to expect. I think there's a quote by Ticketus, or I forget what his name is, but basically the quote goes something like, if you don't have, it's like, don't wish for a certain outcome of events. If you are okay, or you are content with how things play out regardless of how they play out, then you'll have inner peace. Something like that. The basic idea is that if you stop having such high expectations, or having a certain desire of how you want things to turn out, then you will be happy with how things turn out regardless. You will learn from them if they're bad. You will enjoy them if they're good. The fruits of your labor kind of deal. And whether those fruits are what you expected or not, you can get an orange or a watermelon. It's all about taking it as you got it. So, I'm not trying to put too many expectations on what I'm hoping to get out of this job, or how much money I want to make, or all the other stuff. I'm just thankful for what I have now, and I'm going to enjoy it and see where it goes. That's kind of the idea. But furthermore, I just had a crazy back day that I am really lacking and slacking on these pose downs. They're not giving. The lighting specifically sometimes. I was looking back back on these videos today. I took, I think, 3 different hose down videos. About 10 miles on the third. I was already deflated. I was, you know, it wasn't worth the third hose down, in my opinion. I was gassed. But the first 2, one of those 2, I'm gonna put in the middle of this video for hose down purposes. But yeah, no, the lighting was just, I was dark. Darker than I wanted to be. I want more definition there that you can enjoy watching. Oh, look at that piece of hair right there, being all funky. I don't know if I can fix that right now. Maybe I'll just take off the hood. Maybe that's a little bit. But yep, full back day, lower back targeted specifically a little bit harder than the rest, and on Friday I'll be hitting a little bit more upper back focus kind of deal. So I'm going back and forth each week between my weak point in chest and my strong point, honestly, of upper back. Right? I don't want to hit upper back every week. Is my thought process, right? So my thought process is if I hit chest really hard on Monday, and then I hit it relatively hard on Friday, and I hit it again the following Monday, I can give it enough rest time over the next, you know, week until I hit chest again. So the idea is to really cook the chest, right? Really cook it over, you know, the course of like a week and a half, and then give it almost a full week to recover and rebuild, right? And then when it comes to upper back, I'm trying to give it a little bit more space, right? A little bit more space between training sessions. So both of those concepts kind of work off of each other. At least I think it does in my brain. Maybe somebody can give me a little bit more perspective inside of that. Maybe I'm not thinking about it too clearly. I'm thinking that maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm doing the same thing to my upper back that I'm doing to the chest, because we'll deal with that when we get to it. But a little bit more thought process might be in order. I might have to just drop upper back and just keep hitting chest. I don't know. I really don't know. That's one of those things that, you know, recovery time in comparison to actual work done on the muscle can kind of be hard to determine what's best. And I'm going to try to feel it out over the next 3 or 4 weeks before I deload again. But I went from 15,000 pounds overall last back day to, I think, 23 or 24,000. We'll have to check that. But yeah, huge jump in weight from last back day. So going forward, what do I want to talk about today? There's so many different topics that I do want to cover at some point in this little bulk. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about mental health and how going to the gym kind of helps with that. So, as I've discussed in short detail, I think maybe a little bit in length, but I deal with a little bit of mental disorder, right? So I do deal with manic bipolar disorder. I deal with a little bit of ADHD, a little autism, a little bit of autism is how I describe it to people. And, you know, who knows really what's going on up there? there. There's so little genuine, definitive research and study done to really say whether it's a chemical thing, whether it's a behavioral thing, whether it's, it's just hard to say for sure what you got going on. And I've been to psychiatrists and therapists, and they help. And while they do help, it's one of those things where I hate being a guinea pig. I do not like taking a bunch of pills. I've taken my fair share through being at school. When I was younger, I took all kinds of stuff for ADHD, and all of it had horrible side effects. And when you experience that, you kind of go, well, maybe it's not ADHD. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's autism. Maybe it's something else that's going on. To the effect of, when I ended up moving to Florida, I got some great therapists and some great psychiatrists that all kind of came to the conclusion that I had some level of manic bipolar disorder that kind of accounted for some of my behavioral issues. Now, going forward from that, I really tried. I really tried over the years to kind of reel it in, understand it, and try to come up with some sort of regulation or a way to deal with it in a healthy manner, and really nothing had a huge impact on it. Nothing really worked super well until I got my diet in check. I got my workouts in check. I think that working out has a multifaceted benefit to so many aspects of life. So does your diet, what you're eating, what you're consuming. Same with media and all that. With the addiction of social media that I had going on, there was just so many things that were working against me, working against my progress, working against my mental health. And once they were all kind of dialed in, I kind of really said, hey, I'm going to figure this stuff out, drop the things that don't serve me, and really focus on growing as a person, finally, in my late 20s, right, or my mid-20s. And here's what I found. When you progressively overload in the gym, right, you're forcing your brain to establish new neural pathways that allow you to access more of the muscle fibers that you are developing. As you develop bigger and stronger muscles and you increase the weight that you are lifting, your brain actually has to grow along with it. Well, not grow, but has to develop along with the rest of your body. So, my thought process, and I mean this is backed up by a few of the studies and videos I've watched, when you challenge your brain in such a way, you really start to benefit, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, because your brain is now actually growing or developing in a new way. And you can continue doing this throughout your life. As you grow older, as you start to become a little bit more, whatever. Being able to work out, progressively overload, and challenge your mind and your body, your brain has to develop along with it. So, at that level, at least I have benefited highly mentally from doing so. It's one of those things where I've even started reading again. I started challenging my brain with different games that I used to enjoy before I became, a little addict and a couch potato. So, for so long, I just didn't give my brain that food it wanted, that desire to grow and develop. So, if you're dealing with like some mental, challenges, maybe the gym is something that will bring you a little clarity, give you a little bit of brain activity and brain stimulation that you may not have expected. I definitely didn't expect it. To that effect as well, my diet, I think, had a huge impact on the way that my brain functioned as well. There's a concept where your stomach has almost a brain of its own. And if you feed yourself junk, and you're just, consuming all this processed crap, your stomach only delivers crap to your brain. What you feed your stomach, what you put in your body, is what your brain ends up functioning on. And what your stomach brain, I forget how it's referred to. I need to do a little bit more research into the right terminology here. But your brain, your stomach kind of has a brain of its own too. So as you feed it junk, you think junk. And that's kind of the simplest way I can put it, is if you feed your body junk, your brain functions like junk. And if you feed it whole foods and you focus on hitting healthy macros for what you're trying to do, and you don't go to McDonald's every day for your protein, and you don't, just microwave everything that you eat, that has to make a huge difference as well. So, through both of these means, physical activity, progressive overload, new neural links, good food, good nutrition, vitamins, I think that, I couldn't go wrong. And all I experienced was benefit. So, again, I suggest it to anybody who is having a little bit of a rough time mentally in their life to maybe consider challenging yourself in the gym and challenging yourself physically, whether that's in the gym or maybe you can challenge yourself by taking a longer hike, taking a little bit of a longer route on your bike to work, or waking up a little bit earlier and doing an ice bath. Just something to challenge your brain and to make it really, work a little bit harder. Maybe pick up a book and read a few more pages than you did yesterday. It's just about putting your brain to the test and really giving it a little bit of a stretch, giving it a little bit of a stress to get through so that it can grow along with the rest of your body, along with the rest of your life. Because as your brain grows, as your soul experiences a little bit of growth and development, the rest of your life just follows suit. At least it has for me. So, as far as what else I want to talk about today, I think that that's just about it. I hope you enjoyed watching that lift. There was a few sets that I didn't get to complete there. I'm thinking that tomorrow I'm gonna try. No, I think I'm still gonna go to my regular gym. I was gonna say I'm gonna try to do a little bit of Planet Fitness workout and record some of that, but I really just don't like bringing the camera out at Planet Fitness. It's just not something that a lot of people appreciate there. It's a judgment-free zone. The whole idea is that you can record there, but nobody can be in the background. Nobody can be, you can't record other people, and that's understandable. So the gym that I go to and record at, it's a completely different scenario where they actually have you sign a waiver when you sign up for the gym there, that you understand that people are allowed to record and that you may end up being in the background of a video that is posted somewhere. So it's a camera-friendly environment. It's a content-friendly environment. So you can record all you want, and people have signed the waiver, and they make it very clear when you sign up. They don't just like hand you a piece of paper and are like, hoping that you don't read it. No, they tell you very clearly, hey, if you want to work out here, understand this is something that may happen. So, I enjoy that. It's one of the gyms that I get to go to for free because I have a certain health plan, and that health insurance covers multiple gyms. So I can go to many different gyms in the area, depending on what day and what I want to hit and what equipment they have, what extras they have, like hydro massage beds at Planet Fitness. That's something that's just a huge plus. I love a hydro massage bed, and they have massage chairs. They have a cryo lounge. Planet Fitness has a lot of good stuff. They don't got a sauna. And Club Fitness has the best sauna in the area, in my opinion. It's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit hotter. And man, I just love it. I love a good sauna session afterwards, and it helps to kickstart that recovery process. So, that's just the gist of it, Tomorrow's going to be a big leg day, huge leg day, grand leg day. Actually, if I'm going to be honest, I'm going to try to load up on as much protein, carbs, and good stuff throughout the day, so that when I'm ready to work out, it's gonna be huge. I wanna cook my quads like they were, a Thanksgiving meal that I'm about to consume with all my intensity. I'm gonna cook them hard, cook them deep. So be prepared for a beautiful leg day, and be prepared for a leg reveal. I know most people aren't gonna, oh my god, sprinkler. I know most people are not going to watch until this part of the video. I'm not a professional talker. I'm not a yapper, but I do like to put a little bit of something here in my videos for you guys to, listen to if you guys want to, if it's something that you guys enjoy doing, because I love watching Sam Sulek, and I love the fact that he does these little talks, and it's just his experience, it's his life, it's what he goes through, and same here. I got stuff to share, so might as well share it. If it helps somebody, fantastic. If it doesn't, so what? Had a good time talking to myself, getting thoughts out there, enjoying a good ride. Once I get a car, you'll see me do car talks. So right now I'm biking everywhere. Everywhere I go, I'm biking. I go to work and I bike about an hour to Planet Fitness, and then I bike 25 minutes to the Academy, and then I bike like an hour and change home. And I have a hole in the back of my tire that deflates by the time I get to where I'm going, and I have to pump it up before I leave. And the struggle's real. The struggle is what makes us and breaks us and reforms us into the people that we become. So I embrace it with every stroke of the pedal. And if you're going through something similar where you're just trying to scrape by and get your stuff together, you ain't the only one, brother. We're going through it, but we'll get through it. That's just the name of the game. So about where I was yesterday when I stopped my video. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing, put on a little bit of music so I can calm down and relax and enjoy the rest of my ride. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day. If this is the beginning of your day, if it's the end of your day, have a great sleep. Wake up refreshed, recharged like I'm going to do, and conquer tomorrow. Conquer it. Just make it your... I don't want to finish that sentence because I don't know anything else to finish that with except for... Yeah, I ain't going to finish it. You guys have a fantastic rest of whatever you got going on. And this is Jason signing off.